Hello, Group F. You are in charge of cabbage juice and vinegar. Okay, I have all the setup ready. I have my rubber band around my thermometer ready to stick into the cups. The cups all have about 50, or the low cup has 50 milliliters of water, the medium cup has 40 milliliters, and the high cup has 20 milliliters. This is going to help with the dilution of our cabbage juice and vinegar. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to weigh out 5 grams of cabbage juice. Okay, one thing to note about the cabbage juice, I don't want to tip it over too far, it is a very dark colored liquid. It stained some of this cup already. It's like a dark blue purple color. Okay, so this is an empty cup, and I'm going to pour 5 grams from this cup into the empty cup. Ooh, that was so close. Perfect. 5 grams is not a lot, I will say. I don't even think you can see it in there, but it's not a whole lot. And then vinegar, I'm also going to pour 5 grams of. We're going to start over. Okay. 0. Pour just a little bit back. Sometimes measuring is what takes you the longest. Perfect. Well, close enough. Okay, so we have 50 milliliters of water in here. And we're going to pour both of our 5 grams in. As soon as I poured it in, there was a color change that I will show you at the end. Okay, our starting temperature is 20.9 degrees Celsius. The cabbage juice has like a strong, like earthy smell to it. It does not smell very good. I had to boil a red cabbage at my house, and not only did it stain my pot, it made my house smell like booty hole. Okay, at 30 seconds, we are at 21.3 degrees Celsius. The point of the rubber band is to keep it balanced and stay in a certain spot of the cup. At 1 minute, we're at 21.2 degrees Celsius. Okay, a minute and a half. We are at 21.2 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes, 21.2 degrees Celsius. Two and a half minutes, 21.2 degrees Celsius. There's no sound coming from this, unlike some of the other reactions that have some sound to them. Three minutes in, 21.2 degrees Celsius. While we're waiting, I'm gonna measure out the next set for our medium cup. We need 10 grams of both cabbage juice and vinegar. Perfect. At 3.5 minutes, we are at 21.2 degrees Celsius. And then 10 grams of vinegar. We are at 21.2 degrees Celsius. Four and a half minutes, 21.2 degrees Celsius. Are we catching a pattern? And our final temperature is, you guessed it, 21.2 degrees Celsius. Okay, we're taking that out. And now I want you to see a difference. So this is the color of the cabbage juice before adding the vinegar. This is the color of the cabbage juice after adding the vinegar. So, even though there wasn't a sound or a temperature change, there is still a chemical reaction going on, and we can tell because of the color change. Okay, our next one, our medium cup has 40 milliliters of water. And now we are going to add 10 milliliters of cabbage juice and 10 milliliters of vinegar. When I first pour it in, the color change is more of a purple. And then over time, it becomes that pink color. I'll show you this one at the end too. But we are measuring the temperature still. And we are at 21.2 degrees Celsius. I have a feeling that's going to be our number the whole time, but gotta wait and see. We'll measure out the 20 grams of the cabbage juice and vinegar for our high cup. "30 seconds in, 21.2. You guessed it. You can kind of see the color change here too, compared to this, which is just the cabbage juice, the dark color there versus the lighter color here. 1 minute, 21.2. No surprises here. Minute and a half, 21.2. Two minutes in, 21.2. This all does have a strong smell, but it's more so just because of the way the cabbage juice and the vinegar both smell, not necessarily because of a chemical reaction that's causing the smell. Two and a half minutes in, 21.2. 21.2 degrees Celsius is about room temperature as well, which the cabbage juice and the vinegar were both at room temperature because they've been sitting in the room all day. Three minutes in, 21.2. Four and a half minutes. 3.5 minutes. I can't think today. 21.2. Someone from 7th period, remind me on Thursday during AE to have y'all write down your design questions so that way we can put them on the DQB, because we ran out of time for your class and I keep forgetting. 4 minutes in, my thermometer turned off, so let me turn it back on. Let it settle. 21.2, what a surprise. Mix it around a little bit. And 4.5 minutes, 21.2. And our final temperature reading, for anyone who did not know, 21.2 degrees Celsius. Okay, if we look on the inside, let's look at this bright colored pink. Okay, compared, this is our low, which is more diluted. This is our medium. And now we're gonna do our high. I'm gonna let you see what happens when we pour them in. I only have, stare at the ceiling for a second, sorry. I have 20 milliliters of water in here. I'm gonna pour in the cabbage juice Okay, we see the color we have. It's like a dark blue. And now I'm going to pour in the vinegar. It becomes this purple color. Okay. And now I'm going to put on the lid. Put in the thermometer. And our temperature is 20.2. So it's a degree colder. That could be a lot of different reasons that it's not exactly the same as these other ones. Could be that it's been sitting near this window while I've been doing the other ones, and it's less water, so it takes less time to cool down. And it's getting dark out, so that is causing it to get colder. Okay, 30 seconds in, we are still at 20.2 degrees. More so, the pattern you want to be looking at is the pattern between, let me do my words correctly. Over the course of the 5 minutes with the same cup. So the low cup, what is it over the course of the 5 minutes? The medium cup, what is it over the course of the 5 minutes? And the high cup over the course of the 5 minutes. 1 minute in, we're at 20.2. Minute and a half, 20.2. Two minutes, 20.2 degrees Celsius. Two and a half minutes, 20.2 degrees Celsius. Three minutes. Can y'all guess it? 20.2 degrees Celsius. Three and a half minutes. Oh, look at that. 20.3 degrees Celsius. Went up just a little bit. I think that has more to do with it just sitting here than it does necessarily the chemical reaction causing that change. Four minutes in, we're at 20.3. Four and a half minutes, 20.3 degrees Celsius. Make sure, once I tell you the last reading, that you have all the data written down on your data table. You put that table into your folder, and then you put your folder in the period, whatever your period is, folder holder. Our final reading, to no one's surprise, is 20.3 degrees Celsius. Make sure to put your stuff away. If you still have time left in class, you are expected to be working on Alex or your Edmentum reading path. Okay? Thank you.